Alright, we have successfully put Betaflight on this DYS F4 Pro board. I'll tell you why in a second. So an old friend of mine, his name is Daniel, he's been flying FPV for a few years, but he only flies like the tiny whoops. He's coming over today, and I want to surprise him with this. This is a 4-inch Shin Drones tweaker frame. I've had this laying around for quite a while. I've built and flown a Shin Drones tweaker, and they are solid little quads. So I'm excited to give this to him. It's a little bit dusty. You can see it's been sitting around for a while. But the motors spin. We've got ESCs on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this DYS F4 all-in-one board. I'm going to wire these up to it. I'm going to give it some power. I'm going to check the motors and everything in Betaflight and make sure that that's good. Once that's good, then we're going to wire up. I've got this iFlight VTX and a little Caddx camera. We're going to wire those up, make sure we have video, and then it'll be as simple as popping in a receiver and some props, and hopefully he likes it. Alright, so now we're going to expose the ESC positive and negative wires, and we're going to get those tinned up, and then after we get these tinned up, we'll wire them onto the board, and as well as the signal and ground, and we'll be ready for the next step. Alright, so I found some like little soft mounties. We got 4 of them in there. So now we can plop this bad boy in there just like that. Boom! Alright, moment of truth. Is this gonna explode? Let's see. Stand back, folks. Let's go! Alright, I didn't have the camera going for all of this, but let me just run you guys through where we're at. We got the camera wired up here. Now, listen, first of all, I'm not good at building drones. I've never been good at it. I like flying the drones, I'm good at that part, but the building the drones, but I think I did good on this one. So anyway, found out that these weren't spinning because they were running one-shot 125. I don't fucking know anything about that, but switched the protocol, got these spinning up in Betaflight, wired up this Caddx camera to the in for the flight controller, and then the out is going to this iFlight VTX. And as you can see here, once I power this baby on, nothing explodes. We've got video, which is good. So hey, I think all we got to do, we're just got to wire our receiver over here on the left side once he gets here. And then, yeah, this quad will be all yours, Daniel. I'm pretty stoked. I wasn't sure that I would get this thing going, and it looks sick. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really sick. I don't think I'll be able to put the short standoffs on here, simply because the camera, if you look here, kind of the camera, for the camera to kind of not be smashed onto the carbon, I think we'll just have to go with it just like this. But what are you gonna do? It's just fine the way it is. It's gonna be a ripper. I hope Daniel likes it. We'll see what he thinks later in the day. Here's with the top plate on. So, all right, here she is, looking beautiful, guys. We're gonna put the receiver in when he gets here. This is what I came up with. We got the VTX on top of this little 3D printed tray here. We got the antenna. We're gonna glue that antenna on right there, right up against that 3D print. She plugs in, motors spin up, video is good to go. All this needs is some props and a receiver. So exciting stuff. I hope Dan really likes this quad. I also was able to locate 3 spare ESCs and 2 spare motors, as well as a action camera mount. So that's going to be cool for him as well. All right, here she is, the Shendrone's tweaker. We spent the day getting the receiver in there, bound up to his radio. We manually cut down some 4-inch props for it because we didn't have any, and we did the maiden. And she's all yours, brother. What do you think? Yeah, you ready to take her for a good old FPV flight?
Yeah.
All right, let's plug her in. Now she's running some older ESCs, so she does this little twitchy thing when we power her on.
All right.
It just looks like she's just itching to go. Maybe that's just it. It's just an excitable quad.
All right, man.
All right, here he goes. Now you're used to flying tiny whoops, so tell me, like, how does this feel compared?
There's a lot more throttle. I gotta manage a little more of my turns. It's an adrenaline, but it's like riding a real roller coaster. I just get to control it.
So do you think open prop, larger size quads are something you want to do more of, or do you think?
I think it's took over what I want to do actually. I like whoops, but the more power that I have and the abilities that I can do, and it doesn't feel like I'm flying anything much bigger when I do gaps. So it's almost the same. I just have more power and it floats better.
Yeah, and I will say it's 180 millimeters, so it's a 4-inch drone. So you're gonna still maintain kind of some of that tiny whoop-esque, where you're gonna feel more comfortable hitting smaller gaps. It's 40 millimeters shy, basically, of a full 5-inch quad, so you've got that size on you.
I like how it fights the wind a lot better, and I'm not getting cooked by it. I mean,
oh yeah, this thing, yeah, it loves the wind.
Towards the wind, I definitely could feel that because I'm boosted. But other than that, man, it's doing pretty good. I'm not getting a lot of oscillations like the whoops.
All right, let's see a barrel roll coming through here.
All right, here we go.
Oh, disarm. She's good to go. She's good to go. Maybe let's do one not underneath the tree branches. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we're gonna do this. Here we go, guys.
Yeah, we'll go. Very nice. Good job.